birthday party yet. But I'd like to call on Bob Henderson as the oldest person in the valley to propose charge your glass and propose a toast to Mum.
Estella, and all your dear friends, congratulations on you. Did well. Now I ask you to charge your glasses, those that have one, and we're going to drink a bumper toast to 100 years loving, right on you. I'll say one thing. You may be older than me, but I've lived longer than you in the valley. Many more. Cheers. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bob. It's been quite special that Bob can be here, because he's the next one in the valley heading towards 100, followed by David Ainsley and George But you can't really let 100 years go past without making some comment on it. Mum was interviewed by the ensign, and they asked what the recipe for old age for living so long is, and she didn't have a clue. So that lets us all off the hook. We can do it our own way. But it is a pleasure. For quite some time she kept falling over and running into things, and we were wondering if she'd ever get there. And she's actually got here in better order than she was 6 months ago, so that is quite special. But as the oldest one in the family, we do have Jeff and Ava didn't make it, and we miss them, and Mum misses them too. But she has a lot to live for. There's people that call. One of the worst persons I ever knew was Brendan Lawler, and he calls regularly, and it makes such a, Mum is really delighted to see people of all ages and stages, because it reminds her of her previous life and how things have gone. And Brendan, I thank you enormously, and all the others that come, relations and friends of all ages. It fills a big gap, and it gives you thoughts of your life that has gone before this part. It revives all those memories, and Mum is always the better for it after people have come. And grandchildren and others that bring little ones. She's always had a soft spot for little ones, even noisy little ones. It doesn't really matter. If they're little ones and they're precious. And that also is a huge thing, because it's been part of her life. Mum comes to Waikaka in the late 30s and worked in the Asians, who are no longer here. Down, not even sure who's got the place now. But, and she liked the district. She liked playing tennis. She liked playing netball. She played a bit of hockey, and she actually played tennis probably a bit longer than most. I see Jimmy Duncan here, and he played tennis with Mum in the Waikaka team many moons ago. And that in itself. She met and married Dad in 1941. They met before that, of course. It was one of those funny things. Mum told us once that the first time Dad ever took her home, he had his mum in the back seat. And he took her down and parked the car some distance from the house. And they walked in the dark up to the house. So it's not everybody takes their mother on their first date. But such things happened in those days because cars weren't quite so common. But after getting married, they settled on the home farm. It had its own history. Lark Farm, Dad was born on it. Worked on it, lived on it, bought it at one stage and died on it. And that was quite precious. And Mum has been there ever since she got married. And their own living in the house that her and Dad built some 20 odd years ago. So there's often so much history in an area. And I'd asked Mum some questions, what she'd like said, and I might have used a bit of poetic license of what I'm talking about, but there was people that were important to her as friends early on, and even later on. And Anne Curse was one that she met before the war and remained very good friends until Anne died. Hazel Fable was another that she was good friends with, and we got two of Hazel's children here today, and they will know how precious that friendship between their mother and Mum was, that spanned all the years that they knew each other. And so much of life is made up of firm friendships that last. There was many others, the Curse family itself within the valley, the Hendersons. If I went on too long, I'd just about leave someone out, and I don't think that's really appropriate. But the ones mentioned were very special to her. And in her own family, she was born in Maple Bush 100 years ago today. She managed to get married on her birthday, so it's a extra, on her birthday, married on her, yeah, married on her birthday. And so it's 67 years since she got married and moved. So, and as Bob said, he's the only one that's in the valley that has lived here longer than she has. We just have so much to be thankful for, and to see the faces, and, some of the grandchildren and great nephews and nieces and their little ones, makes Mum's day. But I wrote down this list of people we really do thank. We thank the golf ladies for putting on the afternoon tea, which you haven't had yet, but is coming. We thank Steph Patterson for coming, and she will take photos. Can't read my own writing. Oh, Lee. Where are you hiding, Lee? Stand up, Lee. You always were a difficult job. But that's Mum's granddaughter, and she made the cake, and with that it's the same recipe that Mum had made for many, many years, and Lee copied that, and we thank you for it, Lee. There was a person she knew that was Oyster, made an amazing job. The McLeod tartan is actually icing, and she made the whole thing. So there's some intelligent people about it. We thank all you ones that bought flowers and presents. We were going to put a sign on the thing and say no presents, please. But Ian said, well, only big ones. And we have a list of people that have said that couldn't come, that have sent flowers, so sent rang. I'm not quite the same as Ian, because people that text me I don't answer, mainly because I don't know how to. Her sister from Australia had rang this morning when Mum was in the shower. Brian and Joan Hopcroft, Joanne and Roger Toogood, Andrew and Fiona and John McGregor, Vincent Lawler, Murray Lamb. There's a Margaret Wingham that is a distant relation of Mum's that is now living in Australia. I think I'd just like to finish on last night when we were getting ready to go to bed, about 11 o'clock. Her who shall remain nameless, light was on in her bedroom and she was sitting up in a chair. Wasn't sure why. So when we went back to bed, and believe it or not, we prayed the Lord's Prayer together. she knew every word. And for the rest of the night, as far as I know, she slept. Well, I certainly did. And to have her here today in this chair, which is Dad's, is pretty special. So thank you for your time, thank you for coming, and please enjoy yourselves. Thank you.